In this unit, we will discuss the history of the Uniski string brand, who has created the string transport technology and the advantages of the string transport. Before 2020, Uniski String Technologies is remained a venture project of several years, and it was promoted under the Skyway brand. The brand change was mostly due to the company entering a new development of stage that is going on the global market. In 2022, Uniski String Technologies completed the main research and development works of the creation of the city passengers transportation complexes with all the necessary structural elements. 2021, their compliance with international structures, international safety standards, and was certificated in the United Arab Emirates. The company essentially shifted from being a startup to being a business. This was it, the rebranding phases. The development of string transport was most crowdfunded. It was designed and abandoned by Skyway. The unforeseeable actions of partners was doing the company sometimes suffered reputations and risk and cost. Rebrandings help emphasize your legal, financial, and operational independence from the past in companies and funding. It also helps eliminate reputational costs conducted on unfair practice and partners. Allowed, these are mostly confidential and not mean to the cause damage, of course. Rebranding helps the develop of a separate legal and regulatory framework, as well eliminated misconceptions in the information space. So, the main goal of the rebranding from the right understanding that Uniski String Technologies is an engineering company that develops, tests, and implements the new transport system. And it does not raise funds. It is done by crowdfunding. Companies who were activated, not connected with Uniski String Technologies, not with UST. UST is not responsible for them. Along with the name, company changed the logo and some branding elements. The correspondence of the activities initially stayed in the company charters. Now, almost 2 decennia after the birth of the string transport company's brand, including the technologies, where it started as well as the surname of the inventor. The transmission of the startup of the corresponding renouncement of the Skyway investment brand make a returns in the technology brand with a historic meaning and refreshing of the surname. It was a real person that the technology was initially associated with Unit Skyway, which was not concrete behind it, whatever legally or personally. Now, about the inventor of UST technologies, Anatoly Eduardovich Uniski, he is the author and the general designer of the Uniski String Technologies. Anatoly is the director of 2 United Nations projects. He is also a member of the USSR Cosmetic Federation and an author in more than 200 inventions, and as well in more than 20 monographics and about 200 scientific papers. Anatoly Uniski is the chairman of the board of directors and general designers of string technology in Minsk, Belarus, and Uniski String Technologies Incorporated. Uniski String is built around innovation string rail. The string rail is a conventional conditional steel reinforced concrete or steel reinforced concrete beam, truss equipment and reel heads, and the equipment strength with the pre-pressed strings. The string rail and the corresponding tracks from the used car passengers transport complex are unique and designed so that it is needed to could be used with transport, cargo, and help also freight transport. Of course, the transport model running along the string rail can ensure safety, comfortable, environmentally friendly, resource efficient transportation. The designer developed the cars who is a modern design, and it as well affordable in both productions. In more than 11 transport, various purposes and currently certificated and various used. Each new vehicle is tested and through the inspecting and launched before we go on the market, before we do the action. As partners, we need to understand our advantages of the technology. The Uniski's transport and infrastructure is very complex and basic on fundamental new transport system that environmentally friendly, safe, comfortable, and a lot of less costly for all the currency transport and everywhere in the world. The company development provides city and high-speed intercity transport that has several undisputed advantages and compare it with traditional transport. One of them is how to safe the technology is. The tracks are elevated and away from the traffic, which ensures more than approximately 100 times. The anti-derail system securely holds the cars on the rail, which is for the future increasing safety more than a lot of times. The automatic control system eliminated the human factor, then there is an environment friendly. It is the company transport runs electricity with significant reduce of harmful emissions. The productions of the entire transport infrastructure we need to less reduce on raw materials, as well land, than another mode of transportation. You can build used car transport and infrastructure complex in any region with any climate with preserving of natural ecosystem. It is cost effectively and the cost of track construction using this technology is lower than any other more than 20 times. The fuel costs are up to 6 times lower than the other modes or the other transportations, which means that the cost of transportation is also going to the significant lower. The speed, just imagine the high speed go to 500 km per hour. This is twice times faster than the suspend Russian fast train. City transport using technology recreation, we go to 150 km per hour. This twice times, even 3 times faster than the bus freight transport. Each way is to 150 km as well. Uniski string technologies, complexes or efficient, have a low environmental impact and provide a high level of safety of freight and passengers transportation. Implementing string transport complexes which increases the efficiency of the transportation management. Cut overhead freight and passengers transportation costs and speed of the development of the informed space of the Earth. Another important thing is that we are funding stages to commercialize the launch of this technology. And one of the full showcases in this potential customers is Sky World Community. Is funding the project. This accumulation technology commercialization. The project implementation and funding plan cost 15 stages. Each of them invention, sorting of works, actions, and funding of goals. They go forward to the development of the company, and as well the development, construction, and operations of the transport complexes, as well as the launch of the global market, together with our partner companies together.